Good morning. In today's lecture, we will see what are the smoothing filters and what are the sharpening linear filters we have. Smoothing filters are used for blurring and noise reduction. Smoothing filter creates a smooth appearance by blurring the image. Noise is unwanted disturbance which is present in the image. So Gaussian noise is removed by smoothing filter. There are different types of noises like Gaussian noise, impulsive noise, additive Gaussian noise, relay noise, salt and pepper noise. So all noises will be removed by the image filters. Especially smoothing filters are used to remove this Gaussian noise. There are two types of smoothing filters. One is linear smoothing filter and second one is non-linear smoothing filter. Before going to the smoothing filter types, you can examine these two images. In the first image on the face, we can find some sort of lines behind the eye, and on the chin also we have some lines. So that means the image can be represented with the lines, curves. So here you can see different types of curves are there on the face as well as behind the eye. Due to smoothing, second image is the smooth image. You can see due to this blurring, so what happened? Whatever the lines which are present behind the eye on the face are disappear. This is because of smoothing. Blurring is used in pre-processing steps such as removal of small details from an image prior to the object extraction and bridging of small gaps in the lines and curves. So here is a classification of linear smoothing spatial filters and non-linear smoothing spatial filters. The linear smoothing spatial filters are mean or average filter, Bartlett filter, Gaussian filter. And the non-linear smoothing filters are median filter, maximum filter, minimum filter, that is mean filter. Here is the first filter, that is mean filter, average filter, which is the linear smoothing filter. This mean filter or average filter also called as a low pass filter. And a 3x3 average filter will have a mask as shown in the figure A. So if you see the figure A, that is a mask, that is our low pass filter. A 3x3 low pass filter that consisting of 9 coefficients, and the 9 coefficients are 1 by 9, 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 1 by 9. So totally 9 such a 1 by 9 values are there. So average value will gives you 1 because the sum of all the coefficients and the mask should be equal to 1. And all the coefficients in the mask are equal, and the filter is called box filter. So mean filter and the average filter, which is shown in the figure A, is called a box filter, and sum of all the elements in the mask is equal to 1. So this low pass filter replaces the value of every pixel in an image by the average of the gray levels in the neighborhood defined by the filter mask. The two average filters are, first one is a average filter and second one is a weighted average filter. That means each coefficient is multiplied with 1 by 16. One is multiplied with 1 by 16, 2 by 1, 2 by 16, 1 by 16, 2 by 16, 4 by 16, 2 by 16, 1 by 16, 2 by 16, 1 by 16. That means the weighted values are 1, 2, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 4 are the weighted values. In each row, we have some weighted values in the second marks, that is in the figure B. So this is the images. When we pass figure A, the first image, through average filter, you can see the first image, original image. After that, we have passed this image through a low pass filter of size 3 by 3 mask, 5 by 5 mask, 9 by 9 mask, 15 by 15 mask, and 35 by 35 mask. The effect of averaging, you can see this is the first image. We pass it through 3 by 3, 5 by 5, 7 by 7. So what happened? If you are increasing the size of the average filter, the image is getting blurred. Butlet filter. So what is this butlet filter? It is a triangular shaped filter in spatial domain. You can see these are all the filter coefficients. First filter is a box filter. We know that box filter is a 3 by 3 filter that consisting of the coefficient values which are equal. That is 1 by 9, 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 1 by 9. And we need to multiply, do such a box filter to get a butlet filter. See, this filter is obtained by convolving. Here the multiplication symbol we place is a convolution symbol. Convolved two box filters in a spatial domain. It can also obtain by multiplying two box filters in the frequency domain. Consider a 3 by 3 box filter as shown in figure A, and if we perform convolution between these two, okay, so we will get a filter coefficient that is 1 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8, 2 by 8, 1 by 8, like this. So you can see the box filter coefficients here. Similarly, Gaussian filter. The linear smoothing spatial filters whose coefficients are determined by the Gaussian function. The Gaussian function filter kernel is defined as g of x comma y, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi sigma square exponential of minus x square plus y square by 2 sigma square. It assigns more weight to the positions near the center and less weight to the positions far away from the center. Convolution with itself is another Gaussian filter. So where sigma is a standard deviation. So linear smoothing spatial filters whose coefficients are determined by the Gaussian function. It assigns a more weight to the positions near the center and assigns less weight to the positions which are far away from the center of the image. Convolution with itself is another Gaussian filter. That means if we perform a convolution between two Gaussian filters, it will gives you a Gaussian filter again. And the Gaussian filter kernel will be g of x comma y, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi sigma square exponential of minus of x square plus y square by 2 sigma square, where sigma is the standard deviation. And the Gaussian kernel is also separable, similar to that of the discrete Fourier transformation is separable. The Gaussian kernel is also separable. You can see g of x comma y, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi sigma square exponential of minus x square plus y square by 2 sigma square, and which is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi sigma exponential of minus x square by 2 sigma square into 1 by square root of 2 pi sigma exponential of minus y square by 2 sigma square. And here is the original image. When we pass this original image through a Gaussian filter kernel, we will get an output image, that is the B image, figure B, and which is, if you see the figure B, here you can see the blurring, and this blurring is due to the Gaussian filter. That's why it is called Gaussian blur. Ordered statistic filters. All ordered statistic filters are nonlinear spatial filters. whose response is based on the ordering, that is ranking. The pixels contained in the image area encomposed by the filter and then replacing the values of the center pixel with the value which is determined by the ranking result. The best ordered statistic filters are median filter, maximum filter, minimum filters. In generally, ordered statistic filters are used to remove the impulse or salt pepper noises. You can see or you can understand what are the different types of noises which will commonly arise on the images will be in the third unit. So median represents the 50th percentile of the ranked set of numbers, while 100th or 0th percentile results is so-called maximum filter or minimum filter respectively. So that means 100th percentile indicates maximum filter, 0th percentile indicates minimum filter. The best known filter is a median filter. So we will try to understand the median filter because the best ordered statistic filter is a median filter which calculates the median value. It replaces the value of the center pixel by the median of the intensity values in the neighborhood of the pixels. Generally, median filters are used to remove salt and pepper noise. Median filter performs the following task. First, all pixels in the neighborhood of the image identified by the mask are stored in the ascending order, and then median is computed and is replaced by the pixels in the processed image. For all pixels, we have to compute the median. You can see here, this is the input image given, and the pixel values are 620, 397, 4, 19, 3, 10. We need to sort the pixel values 0, 2, 3, 3, 4, 6, 10, 19, 97. What happened? After sorting, you can see the middle value in the sorted pixels, that is the median. So we need to take that value and we need to replace the center with the median value. Here you can see 4 images were there. First one is a Lena that consisting of noise. So it is an image called Lena with noise and Gaussian filtering. And when we performed through when we pass it through median filtering, and again we have one more type of filter that is called linear filter. We are going to study in the third unit also. When we pass it through the binary filter, we will get image like. Coming to the sharpening spatial filterings, in spatial domain we have sharpening filters also. The sharpening spatial filters are used to highlight fine details and majorly to removing the blurring from the images, and for highlighting the edges, most of the times we will use the sharpening spatial filters. Edge provides the outline of the object. So we need to highlight the outline of the object of an image always. Image sharpening algorithms are used to separate the object outlines. So these filters are called edge enhancement or edge crispening algorithms. Sharpening filters are based on spatial differentiations. Image differentiations enhances the edges and other discontinuities such as noise, de-emphasizing the areas with the slowly varying intensities. Here is an example. What is sharpening? The first image before sharpening and second image after sharpening. You can get a clear picture after sharpening. Whatever the blurred areas which are shown in the figure A are highlighted in the second image. Similarly, in the bottom image also before and after. So here is some darkness, and now here you can find out some brightness after performing the sharpening. So generally, we are going to use the differentiations for enhancing the quality of image. So spatial differentiations for the image enhancement. We have one question: how the differentiations are used for the image enhancement? That means to increase the quality of the image, to perform the operations, sharpening operations in spatial domain. We are using image derivatives. So we need to know about what is the use of derivatives in image processing. So we will try to examine differentiations for image enhancement. The first order derivative of a digital one-dimensional function f of x can be defined as dou f by dou x, which is equal to f of x plus 1 minus f of x. It is just the difference between the subsequent values and measures the rate of change of intensity function. The first order derivative of a digital one-dimensional function is given by dou f by dou y, which is equal to f of y plus 1 minus f of y. Here, these two first order derivatives are towards x direction as well as towards y direction. Towards x direction, the first order derivative will be dou f by dou x, whereas towards y direction, the derivative will be dou f by dou y. The second order derivative, let us consider a second order function. So the second order derivative is more useful for image enhancement than the first derivative because stronger response to the fine details, simpler implementation. The second order derivative of a one-dimensional function f of x can be defined as dou square f by dou x square, which is equal to f of x plus 1 plus f of x minus 1 minus 2 into f of x in x direction. Similarly, for y direction, the second order derivative of a one-dimensional function f of y can be defined as dou square f by dou y square, which is equal to f of y plus 1 plus f of y minus 1 minus 2 into f of y. So what is the use of second order derivative for an image enhancement means? We should know about the term called Laplacian. So what is the Laplacian? For two-dimensional function f of x comma y, the simplest derivative operator is a Laplacian. So Laplacian is a derivative operator. Isotropic filters are one whose response is independent of the direction of the discontinuity which is present in the image. Here, what is the discontinuity? Generally, the discontinuity will cause the edges in the image. Such filters are rotation invariant also. That means isotropic filters are rotation invariant. We will come to know about what is this rotation invariant condition in the third unit. The simplest isotropic derivative operator is a Laplacian. The Laplacian is a linear operator and it can be performed on the two-dimensional function f of x comma y and can be defined as del square f of x comma y. Please remember, the Laplacian operator is del square f of x comma y, which is equal to del square, dou square f of x comma y by dou x square plus dou square f of x comma y by dou y square, where dou square f of x comma y by dou x square, which is equal to f of x plus 1 comma y plus f of x minus 1 comma y minus 2 into f of x comma y in x direction, dou square f of x comma y by dou y square, which is equal to f of x comma y plus 1 plus f of x comma y minus 1 minus 2 into f of x comma y in y direction. Therefore, the Laplacian can be defined as del square f of x comma y, which is equal to f of x plus 1 comma y plus f of x minus 1 comma y plus f of x comma y plus 1 plus f of x comma y minus 1 minus 4 into f of x comma y. We can build the Laplacian mask, the Laplacian from this mask easily. This is the Laplacian mask. So the coefficients are 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, minus 4, 1 minus 4, 0, sorry, 1 minus 4, 1, 0, 1, 0. The center pixel will be minus 4. And other masks which are also used to generate the Laplacian, these are the values. First, other mask, and one more mask with weighted value minus 8 with plus 8. The Laplacian for image sharpening. That means we can use the Laplacian operator del square for performing the image sharpening. In order to perform the image sharpening, we have to define the following equation: g of x comma y, which is the output image after performing the image sharpening, which is equal to f of x comma y, that is input image, plus a c into c means some constant value, that is either plus 1 or minus 1, c into del square f of x comma y. So Laplacian operator is used for image sharpening. The original image, the Laplacian filtered image, and the last one is the sharpened image. You can see clearly what is the difference between the original image and the sharpened image. The Laplacian filtered image. Next, coming to the gradient operator. For the function f of x comma y, the gradient of f at a coordinates x comma y is given as the column vector del f. So Laplacian is del square f. Gradient is del f. So gradient of del f, which is equal to gx and gy. Gx is the component in x direction. Gy is the component in y direction, which is the column vector given by dou f by dou x, dou f by dou y. So this is the column vector clearly. The magnitude of this vector is given by del f, which is equal to magnitude of del f. That is the two components gx square plus gy square whole power 1 by 2. You can write like this: del square f by dou f by dou x whole square plus dou f by dou y whole square whole power 1 by 2. Comparing the first and second derivatives, which derivatives are required? That is based on the requirement. You have to select the derivatives. The first order discrete derivatives generally produces a thicker edges. The second order derivatives have a stronger response to the fine details. Example, thin lines. The first order derivatives have a stronger response to the gray level step, whereas the second order derivatives produces a double response as the step changes in the gray level. So we have to select the derivatives as per our requirement. And the next topic is filtering in frequency domain. In order to understand the filtering in frequency domain, we have to know the relation between the spatial domain and the frequency domain. Here you can see I'm considering an input image f of x comma y, and the filter kernel will be h of x comma y. Then spatial domain and frequency domain filterings can be obtained using the following two block diagrams. From the first block diagram, input is f of x comma y, filter is h of x comma y, and the output is f of x comma y convolved with h of x comma y, that is in spatial domain. So here in frequency domain, f of u comma v is the input, and the filter function is h of u comma v, and the output is h of u comma v into f of u comma v. Here if you see the two block diagram, in spatial domain, input images is multiplied with convolved with filter. In frequency domain, their spectrums are multiplied. So the output of the first filter, first block diagram, is a convolution between input image and the filter mask in spatial domain, which is equal to multiplication of their spectrums in the frequency domain. And some other preliminary concept which we require for performing the filtering. For example, complex number, we know J is a complex number. Its value equal to square root of -1, and complex number can be defined with C equal to R plus Ji. R is a real number and I is imaginary. So the conjugative of this one is C star, and which is equal to R minus Ji, and the magnitude will be magnitude of C, which is equal to square root of R square plus I square, and theta equal to arc tan of I by R, and C equal to, so C into cos theta plus J sin theta. Using Euler's formula, you can write C equal to magnitude of C into e power J theta. So there are some preliminary concepts. Okay, all these preliminary concepts we will study in the next class, and these preliminary concepts are useful for performing the filtering. Okay, thank you.